Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pickacard reading, and today's pickacard reading is a future spouse reading, and it's all about what will be your future spouse's first impression of you. Now I've recorded this reading a very long time ago, and one of you guys wanted to get an energy update on it, and yeah, of course. If you guys have more suggestions or want some energy updates regarding certain readings I've already made in the past, please let me know in the comment section below. Now this is all about their first impression of you. I will definitely record as the next video your first impression of them, and if you're watching this in the future and I've already recorded the other reading, I will make sure to link it up here. So my dear, as always, I have 3 palettes that you can choose from, and I'm gonna zoom a little bit in so you can see the cards better because they're pretty small. So you can either choose the card or of course the crystal below it. This is palette 1, this is palette 2, and this is gonna be palette 3. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what will be your future spouse's first impressions of you. Let's start straight away with the tarot, my dear. So for my beautiful pile 1, what will be your future spouse's first impressions of you? Let's see. For my beautiful pile, pile 1, all right. Let's see. What will be your future spouse's first impression of you? All right, so we have the 6 of Cups, we got the Knight of Cups, and we have the 9 of Swords here. 1 card fell. Another 6, all right. For my beautiful pile 1, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? We got the Sun card, all right. Let's continue. My goodness. A lot of cards fell, but the World card turned over here. Oh my goodness. The 4 of Wands. Okay. Give me a second. Let's continue. And we got the Star card. All right. So, for my beautiful pile 1. Oh, and look at that. Oh my goodness. At the back of the deck, we got the Tower card. What a card to get. All right. So, let's see. What will be your future spouse's first impression of you? First of all, I would like to start with this. I want to emphasize here that I really feel like your future spouse, like when you guys meet, they absolutely don't expect to meet you. Maybe it has something to do with the circumstance, or maybe just with their mindset. You know, maybe this person they weren't actively looking for love, and all of the sudden, okay, out of nowhere, you enter their life and they see you as a potential partner, and it just leaves them very shocked because it's just something that they may have not expected. So there is this surprise element to this energy. But not only that, I really want to say that I feel like you're going to shook your future spouse's life a lot, because once again, maybe when you guys meet, they will be, or better to say, they will have been focused for a very, very long time only on themselves, on their work, and love could have been something that was not really in their mind. But then you come through and you shake it all, because all of the sudden, their priorities change. You come into their life and they see you as a potential spouse, so they have to readjust a lot. Or at least, I feel like certain decisions, which both of you guys have to do, in fact, which are very important, and it's really going to bring a lot of change into both of you guys' lives. So you're almost like a turning point for this person's life. You're also going to bring a lot of changes, and you're definitely going to shake a lot in their life in a positive way, though. It's not like you're going to bring the change with you. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of reprioritizing. Okay, having said that, this is just a message I wanted to talk about. Now let's start about the first impressions, shall we? So, I want to say that I really feel like, my dear pile one, the first impressions your future spouse is going to have of you are majority wise going to be very, very positive. Now, let me start with this. I really see that they're gonna see you as someone who is very, very positive, someone who's very bright, someone who's very optimistic. Of course, it depends on the circumstance you guys are gonna meet, right? But it's so interesting to me that even if you guys meet in a environment in which a lot of people are going to be present, they're going to see you, like you're not going to be in the background. You have all their attention, and I feel like it definitely has something to do, for one thing here, when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your vibe, when it comes to who you are. You could be someone, or at least at this day, okay? Of course, we always have to keep in mind that the circumstances always influence, right? I mean, one day we may have a good day, the other day we may not have so much a good day, or sometimes we want to be somewhere and we have fun, and we come across a certain way, and other times we may not even want to be there, and yeah, we're not feeling, the place and the environment and the people and stuff, right? So this always, of course, influences how we feel or how we come across, right? The environment can influence that very much. And I really feel like the kind of environment you and your future spouse are going to meet in is going to be one in which you feel very good. You feel very good about yourself. You're going to be very, very happy. You could have fun. So this can very well be a public place or some kind of gathering, for example, in which you're having fun. Even if this is, for example, some kind of a work environment, I feel like at that day maybe you have got a great deal, or you're very happy about maybe a little success you've achieved. So there is this very positive energy radiating from you, and this is something that your future spouse, they are definitely gonna feel and see, and that alone is gonna attract them towards you so much. Like, your energy is just gonna be so catching. And also with the sun energy being here, you may literally be like the sun. Like, you may be shining and laughing, smiling a lot of like high vibration. You may be at that day on a very high vibrational frequency because of a lot of joy that you feel, because of something that happened, either once again the result of something, or because maybe just, you know, you're having fun at this place and you're enjoying yourself and it shows. So one of the first impressions they're gonna have of you is definitely this very positive energy radiating from you. Now, what I also find very interesting is that this is for some of you guys. It doesn't have to be for all of you, but I really feel like for some of you, your future spouse is gonna see a very obvious difference between you guys. Like, and I guess this difference could be either in your personality and how you come across. So, for example, maybe they are like one of you guys is more so reversed, not reversed, reserved. Excuse me, my English, you guys. Maybe one of you guys is more so reserved, and the other is a little more out there, for example. Or if it's not connected to your personalities, then it could be connected to your appearance. Maybe one of you guys likes to wear more so like formal, or let's say earthy and like colors, and the other likes more colorful things. Or it can be also background wise. Maybe one of you guys is from a certain like nationality and the other is from a different one. Whatever it's gonna be, I'm seeing that it's a different that your future spouse is gonna notice. They're gonna be aware of it. They're gonna see it. This is a keyword here. They're gonna see it. So it's observing. For some of you guys, this first meeting could actually somehow be connected to a change of location or something like that. So maybe for some of you guys there could be some travel involved in here. Not necessarily you. It could be the case that they have traveled to your place, or of course you have, or maybe both of you. I mean, the scenario can be very different for every and each one of you guys. But the point in here is that I see some moving energy for some of you. Excuse me, my voice. And another thing I would like to say here is that, and that's very interesting, this was actually one of the first messages I received for you guys. I really feel like your future spouse is gonna have romantic feelings for you from the beginning. Like, they're gonna recognize you as a potential partner maybe the moment they see you. So physical attraction is very high here. And for some of you guys, it can literally be the case that they're gonna feel love at first sight. I know this is something that everyone believes in, so of course, as always, take it how it resonates. But this person, there is this element of them seeing you as a potential spouse. So for some of you guys, for example, if you are from a culture in which engaged marriages, not engaged, arranged. What's happening? Like today, my English is really anyways, so if if some of you guys are from a culture from which like arranged marriages are spread, then this can even be that kind of a scenario. Like they see you and they know that you are a potential partner for them. Like this is what I'm talking about here. But of course, if this is not something that resonates with you, the arranged marriage part, then still I feel like you guys, maybe they just have like maybe you are their type, or maybe there's just something about you that really instantly makes you a potential partner to them. I do feel like though this person is physically attracted to you very, very much. This is something I want to say. But the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups right next to each other, yeah, this person is definitely very, very much interested in you. And yeah, they're very, like, they're gonna be pretty fast romantically invested in you. This is how I would describe it. And yeah, attraction, my dear. Attraction. They're gonna be very, very attracted towards you. I can't stress this out enough. I feel like this person has always had this wish of marriage. They always wanted to get married, but for some reason, some maybe negative experience or some kind of restriction, they like things didn't really turn out the way they would love it to. I mean, this is something I guess we all experience one way or another, right? Very often we may hope for something, or maybe we may wish for something, but then something doesn't quite work out the way we may want it to. And I feel like for some reason, something very, very similar happened to them. So maybe this person, like, they thought they found the right partner in the past, but then they didn't, and it really made them feel some type of way. It brought a lot of sadness and disappointment to them. And maybe they thought that they're gonna put love aside and now focus on them. But it's interesting how they're gonna recognize you as someone who they actually have been hoping for. It can definitely be the case, my dear, that you guys have a conversation that gives them this impression, because this is like more than just, seeing a person, observing them. This is really talking with them, getting an idea about their mind and, who they are on a little bit deeper level. So, you guys, if you, for example, meet in some kind of a circumstance in which, let's say it's a gathering, you may engage in a conversation which may start off as, let's say, very normal or shallow. Maybe someone is asking you something, but then it turns out into something much, much deeper. And I really feel like this person's gonna get those impressions that what you want is very similar to what they want. You may be also someone who wants to get married. I mean, you're watching this, right? Like, you may tell that them, you may tell them, I like what I'm looking for in a partnership or in a relationship, romantically speaking, is marriage or is something long term. And maybe this is where this is coming from, like the fact that they're gonna see you as marriage material in a way. Like, this is literally what I heard. So this could be something that they think. Because when I turn into these energies, very often, I mean, I'm looking into this person's energy in that moment. So certain thoughts come through which could resonate with, their thoughts in that moment, or feelings, what they're going to feel in that moment. And this could literally be a thought that they're going to have while they have a conversation with you. They may think, or they may literally say in their mind, you are marriage material, or you are what I've been looking for in a spouse. This person is going to be serious about this relationship, like from the beginning or very, very early on. Also, this doesn't feel like a friendship, moving into a relationship, like a romantic one. No, this feels like a romantic connection moving into a romantic relationship. So I feel like both of you guys, you're gonna be pretty obvious with your attraction towards each other. And let me see. I also see that this person's gonna view you as someone who is pretty, I would say, like, generous. So maybe there's something they see you doing and that leaves this impression on them. Or maybe it's something they hear about you a very kind gesture that you've done, and that gives them this impression of you. I'm also hearing that this person's gonna see you as someone who they can work with, like not work wise. I mean, maybe it could be work wise, like career wise, but I'm talking like working together in a relationship. Like a relationship is a lot of work, and it is very important to find a partner who's compatible in that sense, right? And is also willing to do, you know, the efforts and the work that we're willing to do, because it's a give and take on both sides. And I see them seeing you as someone who would be willing to do that, you know? So that's interesting. Maybe this person has witnessed experiences or literally had experiences in which they were with someone who wasn't willing to do as much in a relationship as they were. Maybe it was more so coming from them than from their partner. I would like to get you guys some oracle cards to get a little bit more insights regarding the question. What will be your future spouse's first impression of you? Let's see, for my beautiful pile one, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? Let's see, my dear. Let's see. We have breathe through the tension. I'm going to get you one more. And we got unleash your kindest self. All right. That's very interesting. Okay. I feel like this goes beyond the first impression. This is something, like, this is an effect, something that, like an effect you have on them that they may already sense throughout the first interactions, but, you know, the further you guys go with your relationship and the more it deepens and stuff, it gets more and more. I really feel like for a lot of you guys, you're gonna be a great place or sense, or how do you say it, like you're gonna be their peace. This is how I would maybe say it the best. Like for your future spouse, you are like your home. Okay, it's not only about you, like it's about the relationship you guys have made for with each other. It's about the sacred space that you have created with each other. It's about, yeah, all the things you've made. And I really feel like, my dear pile one, that your future spouse is seeing you as someone who brings them peace, someone who calms them down. So whenever your future spouse may have a rough day, knowing that they can come home and have you there, this is just, yeah, I'm getting this incredible sense of love, this union. No matter how rough the tension is, no matter how tough life is, you're always their calm space. Like you're always their peaceful space. And this shows how much of a big effect you have on them in a very, very positive way. Your energy is healing to them. Your energy is something so safe to them. And I mean, we're talking about the first impressions here. And as I said, this may not be something to such an extent that they feel from the beginning, because obviously, I mean, they don't know you to such an extent, but they can already sense it in a way. You know, maybe through having conversations with you, they're gonna see your nurturing nature. They're gonna feel your nurturing presence, and how maybe you instantly in a way calm them through the conversation. Like they're gonna already have those little hints, or I guess sensations. And with this card being here, which says unleash your kindest self, this is a very beautiful card to get, because I see that your future spouse, they definitely have a very positive like impression of you, in the sense that you're a very kind person. You're a very, also I'm hearing understanding person. So maybe you guys could talk about certain topics, and they're gonna see that, you know, you, yeah, you follow, like you understand them. What kind of topics? Can we get some information about that? Like what do they mean with like you understanding? I'm not getting any messages regarding that, so I guess we don't need to know, or you don't need to know more about that. But just know that your future spouse really appreciates you for the fact that you bring, like there is something very very calming about you. You are the kind of person that when your future spouse has a conversation with you, you give them a boost of energy. Sometimes when we talk with people, they can like drain us. Like we can have conversations which drain us so much from our energy, but other times we actually could have like conversations with people who make us energized, you know. And the second is definitely this case here. You energize this person, and maybe this is also why I felt like or I got this impact coming through. This is a very interesting meeting, my dear pile one, for sure. So my dear pile one, this is all I have for you for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me, and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, my dear, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pile one, take care, my love. Hey, pile two, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what will be your future spouse's first impression of you. Let's start straight away with some tarot. My beautiful pile two, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? Let's see. For my beautiful pile two, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? For my beautiful pile two, the first card we have is the Four of Wands. All right. Oops, we have the Hanged Man. Oh my goodness, look at that. We got the Lovers. I'm not sorry, not the Lovers, the Two of Cups. Let's see. For my beautiful pile two, all right. We have the Hierophant. For my beautiful pile 2, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? The 3 of Pentacles turned over. I don't know why so many cards fall like all the time. Let's see. The High Priestess. We have the Death card and the Page of Pentacles. At the back of the deck, we have the World card. All right, so my beautiful pile 2. What will be your future spouse's first impressions of you? I would want to start with this. While I was shuffling, there was one thing I heard, and I really feel like this is literally a thought that your future spouse could have. I heard, I never met someone like you. I really, really, really feel like, my dear pal 2, that you are a person that your future spouse hasn't come across yet, and there is a lot of different levels to that. First of all, some of you guys could have also been drawn to pal 1. If this is the case, then feel free to watch it. If not, then just as always, stick with this one here only. But I really feel like this is something that is going to be incredible. Your future spouse has never come across someone like you, and I feel like it has, once again, something to do with your personality, with your appearance, with who you are. You are someone who has definitely transformed into an incredible person, especially at the time when you guys meet. I mean, we always have to look into the meeting, right? Because this is the first impression, and you know, if some of you guys have not met your future spouse yet, then obviously this is something coming for the future, and I'm looking into your future self here. So first of all, let me start with this. I really feel like, my dear pile 2, that you and your future spouse, you have some differences. But these differences make you so mysterious and so intriguing to them. It is your energy. I feel like for some of you guys, you could also be very, very spiritual people, or into certain spiritual stuff. And through conversations, you may talk about, you know, certain things that are important to you regarding that. And they may have never come across someone who was spiritual or has interests, let's say, for example, in tarot or in other things which are very dear to you. And it's really intriguing to them, because I feel like this person is from an environment in which people are very, very similar, because people are trying to be the same, like they're thriving for the same things, and they think that in order to impress other people, they have to have a certain image. So not a lot of individuality, I feel like. That's very interesting. What kind of a environment is this person in? Maybe they are in an environment in which people are very determined work-wise, and you know, they always like seek the same things, and there is where this energy is coming from. But when they meet you, there is this incredible authenticity coming from you that hooks them in a way. And I do feel like they're gonna get this impression from you that they've never gotten from anyone else. Maybe you say certain things to them because, you know, you're gonna have an intuitive knowing regarding them, and you're gonna say certain things which are gonna blow their mind. I feel like you guys are people who have a lot of insights, whether that's through you guys, for example, doing tarot or watching tarot or even having certain gifts, you have a lot of knowledge. And it could be the case that in that scenario, like when you guys meet, you literally are gonna say something you have received from like a message regarding your future spouse, and you're gonna say something and they're gonna be just yeah, very surprised that you could possibly know such a thing about them. And this really gives you this mysterious energy, very, very uniqueness coming from you. Your future spouse is also going to see you as a person who has a beautiful smile. So I see them. They're going to find you very, very beautiful, very handsome. Of course, as always, take it how it resonates, right? Depending on who you are. But I'm getting this energy coming through here. Your future spouse is gonna have this attraction towards you which they like can't explain. It's like something that really comes so natural to them. The mysterious energy is flowing through so immensely, you guys. And excuse me, I moved the camera. And this is just something that's gonna interest them on so many levels. I also see that for some of you, you could meet your future spouse in an environment in which, like, people celebrate. Maybe they celebrate some kind of success in the workspace, or maybe it's a celebration of, like, such as a gathering, a wedding, an event, or such thing. Because, of course, take it how it resonates, because a lot of people are watching, but for some of you guys, I see that there could be some dancing involved in here. And they're gonna see you having a great time. They're gonna see you dancing, maybe even for some of you. And you're gonna come off as someone who in that moment is so carefree, and it fascinates them. For example, maybe this person is in an environment in which people care a lot about like what other people think of them, and like people wouldn't go and dance because they're like, I don't know, like what if I dance wrong, or what if I'm being perceived a certain way, like I can't dance and such things. But they're gonna see you, like there is so much authenticity coming from you. There is this charm about you. You're very, very charming, and it is natural. There is something very classy and elegant about you, a very natural charm. And, they're gonna see you, for example, once again, it doesn't have to resonate with all of you guys, but, just so you guys understand it better, you may then really dance and be in the moment and just think, like, just enjoy it, enjoy the moment. And it's just gonna fascinate them. There is so much, my dear pal, too, that is gonna fascinate your future spouse. I literally see them watching you and being so intrigued. For some of you guys, this could be also a workspace for sure. Maybe a work party, or something related to that. Maybe a celebration related to your job that you're gonna get invited to, for example. I even feel like this person could hear something about you for some of you that really makes them impressed some more, if that's even possible. I do feel like this person is gonna have a romantic feeling for you from the beginning. This person, in fact, they could develop feelings for you pretty quickly. This was also why I felt like some of you guys could have been drawn to Pal 1, because I got a very similar message for Pal 1 as well. I really feel like this person's gonna see you as a potential partner very early on. it could even be something that they hear you saying, which gives them this impression. Maybe this person has been surrounded by people who were more so interested in, let's say, casual things, and then you guys may have a conversation and you talk about the fact that you are someone who would like to find a long-term partner, for example, or even get married. So they're gonna see you as someone who they could have that with. But of course, there is more to it than just that, right? I mean, you have to be compatible because there are so many people out there who want to get married, right? But there is more to it. I mean, you have to, find a right person for you, right? For some of you guys, they could even see you in some ways as very traditional. And that's also going to be something that they're going to really like. Maybe they also like to have a traditional, some kind of a relationship. But of course, as always, take it how it resonates. But for someone, this message is also coming through here. They're also going to see you as someone who has a very youthful energy about them. Now, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what your age is. This is about your energy. Maybe it's this carefree like moment I talked about. Let's go back to the dancing. When we get adults or when we get older and older, we care more and more, right, about a lot of different things. But if we compare this to a child doesn't care about how they come across when they in the moment enjoy themselves and dance, right? I mean, they're so happy and giggly, maybe even, and they just love having fun in that moment. You see children doing a lot of different things that they do because they're enjoying the moment, and they're very carefree about it. Maybe when you guys meet, you're gonna have this situation, and this is also why I felt dancing is a very good example, because there's some people who don't care about whether they can dance or not. They just they're in the moment and they want to have fun. Others, absolutely not. They don't want to go and even try it because they don't want to appear silly. And what I'm seeing here is that, however it's going to apply to you and your individual situation, you may do something which is going to appear, or which is going to give you this youthful energy, because maybe you're stepping into this carefree element, of your inner child. But this is something that definitely fascinates them even more. You guys, if I had to give this reading keywords, it would be fascinating, intrigued, mysterious. This is the energy that you've been carrying. And coming back to the mysterious energy, it can definitely be the case that another reason why they perceive you as someone mysterious is because maybe you are a little bit different from them. And very often, this is another message, by the way, that I also got for Pal 1. But very often when something is different from us, it can, it is a little bit unknown and it's a little bit mysterious, right? This can definitely also be the case for some of you guys here. For my beautiful pile 2, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. A lot of cards. One turned over. Yeah. Look at that. We have the Be Real card. That doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, this beautifully emphasizes, in a way, the message that I already got. You're coming through as someone who's very authentic, very natural, and very real. So this really makes me think is this person perhaps in their work environment or such thing surrounded by people who tend not to be real, or maybe fake a lot of things, maybe because they, well, maybe this person has certain things that people find desiring, and they have experienced that a lot of people are faking their way, towards getting closer to this person to get something from them. And maybe this is why it's coming through, this fakeness, because maybe a lot of people aren't really genuine with this person because of, it's not about who they are, it's more so about what they can get from them. And with you, there's this real energy coming through, and they can feel how authentic you are, and it's something that is very, very important to them. I know for a lot of people this is something, I mean, totally normal. Of course you are your authentic self, of course you're real and you're not a fake person, but people are having a lot of different experiences, and depending on what it is, like what their environment looks like, what their experiences have been, certain things which are normal for some people can be very special for others, or not that common, right? And this realness coming from you is something that this person definitely treasures. Gemini. All right. And we have attend to the details. I do feel like, my dear pile 2, this person's gonna maybe take some time observing you. They're gonna really not like in a stalkish way, like stalking and stuff. That's not what I'm like. It's not negative. It's like when you get intrigued by someone and you just like, you want to see what their next move is, or you're enjoying their presence, and you're looking at them. This is how I would describe it. They enjoy your presence, and they really gonna, like, they, without no doubt, they're gonna be the one approaching you or doing the first step, because you guys may not even pay attention to them because you're so much like focused on having a good time and stuff. You may not even realize they're like observing you. But I really feel like this person is the one who, they appreciate the small things, like small things that for some people may be, once again, pretty normal, but for them it means a lot, such as someone being honest. For some people, that's just something, of course you're honest, right? But for others, that's a huge thing, because maybe they came across a lot of dishonesty. I mean, of course, it can be applied in a lot of different ways, but I really feel like this is the kind of person who appreciates the small things. And when you guys, for example, have a conversation, they're gonna observe you a lot. That they're gonna pay attention to a lot of things, like to the smallest detail, like the things you say, your body language. That's something I'm seeing here. That's very interesting. I do feel like this person, genuinely speaking, is a very observing individual. But with you, it's something different, because they see you as a potential partner, so they're even more interested, My dear pal 2, this is all I have for you for today. I am not receiving any more messages. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, of course, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2, take care, my love. Hey, pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? Let's start straight away for my beautiful pile 3. for my beautiful pile 3, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Oh, I got some cards falling through the shuffling. For my beautiful pile 3, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? Let's see. All right. The first card we have is the Ace of Swords. We got the Seven of Wands. Oh. The Justice card. Oh, wow. The Ten of Pentacles. That's a beautiful card. All right, another ace. Let me make sure you can see all the cards, my dear. All right, let's continue. The World card. The Knight of Pentacles. And let's get you guys one last card. Oh my goodness, this one. And we have the Five of Cups. So, for my dear pile 3, what will be your future spouse's first impression of you? I would like to start with this. I really feel like my dear pile 3, your future spouse is going to be extremely attracted towards you, especially like intimacy wise, okay? They're gonna have a lot of passion for you. That's the first thing I would like to say. In fact, I can't even tell you guys how hot it all of the sudden got. Like I literally I'm sweating right now, like this, you know. It was like a switch. This is incredible, and this is very interesting because I feel like you are gonna awaken this in your future spouse, you know. Your future spouse could have not felt attracted towards someone in a very long time, and it's like you are awakening them to those feelings again, and it's gonna feel very, very intense. And this is mutual energy. This is not only them, but this is also you. You may also experience this awakening energy through your future spouse when it comes to your own body and when it comes to your own intimacy. When it comes to the passion, you know, towards your own physical self, like your own physical body, or even like with someone else, like this union, right, of becoming one. I really feel like my dear pile 3, there is gonna like a lot happening here, like fire fire happening here. Like it wouldn't surprise me at all when you guys just you couldn't control yourselves. However, I feel like a lot of you guys are not gonna go towards that because you would want to ground this connection, okay? But of course, everyone can do whatever they want to do. But this is definitely something I see you guys experiencing, this sensation, okay? Now, having said that, another thing I would like to say regarding what your future spouse's first impression of you is going to be like, your mind is coming through, okay? Your headspace. I'm seeing that your mind is gonna impress your future spouse a lot. In fact, something that you guys are gonna feel throughout this first interaction or this first meeting, conversation and stuff, is that you have a great mental connection with each other. I'm seeing that you guys could have a conversation, and through that, you're gonna, in a way, open the door to your headspace and, you know, share a lot of different things that are, you know, connected to your knowledge or maybe connected to the topic you guys are talking about. You're gonna say certain things that are gonna lead this person like very, very impressed. And it doesn't matter how old you are, you're coming off as a very mature person, as someone who also, I'm hearing, knows what they're talking about. Like, you can be challenged, and yeah, you can take it, you know? Like, if someone would, for example, challenge you in a conversation, you would know how to go about it. And yeah, there is something very impressive about your mind. There's no doubt about that. And I really feel like your future spouse is also someone who is very attracted to that. They're attracted to intelligent people. And this is definitely an impression you're giving off here. Another thing I would like to say is that for some reason, it could be the case that, like, you are giving the impression of being a little bit guarded or being a little bit protective of yourself. And I feel like for some of you, it could have something to do with maybe experiences you've had in the past, you know, trust issues and stuff, and you just don't open up like that. It takes some time for someone to really gain your trust and for you to let your guards down, because I feel like for some of you, you could have your guards up a little bit, and this is something your future spouse is going to notice. But it's interesting how they're going to see the gentle and soft person that you are, and it's almost like you're protecting that, you know, you're protecting those vulnerable sides of you because you have seen people in the past using that against you. And maybe first you really need to know that you're safe with this individual. And it's interesting how this person slowly opens you up to them, and it's also gonna be for you. It's gonna feel so freeing to let someone in, something that some of you guys could have not done in a very long time. Your future spouse is gonna also see you as a very fair person, someone who has the sense of justice, someone who also is pretty balanced, I see. I feel like this balanced energy is connected to... Give me a second. You know what I'm hearing? I heard act the way you would like others to act as well. So I feel like this is maybe something they see through your action, that they get this impression, all right, that you are someone who's very fair. So maybe something happens in that scenario and there is some kind of a small injustice and you're not scared to call it out, you know? There is this extreme strength coming from you. Strength of character, like a very strong person. I feel like your future spouse, they're gonna instantly, in a way, recognize you as someone who has gone through their own battles in life, you know? Like, even if you don't look like it, you're definitely someone who knows the harsher side of life, and they're gonna know it. Like, they're gonna get this impression, because very often the strength that we have is trained. I mean, just the way a muscle, you know, in order for it to grow, it needs the right training, it needs the right input, right? Also the right, of course, diet and stuff. But you need to train it. That's also very important for the muscle to gain. And it's the same with strength I'm seeing here. You were also challenged very often in your life and it made you stronger. And this is something that your future spouse sees instantly within you. I can see it in your eyes. Wow. This may be something they think. They can see the strength that you have in your eyes, the determination, the warrior person. I also see that, yeah, you guys are definitely gonna take your relationship slow, like slow and steady. As I was saying in the beginning, I do feel like there is a lot of passion between you guys, and definitely both of you guys, you would love to jump into action, but you're not gonna do that because you want to ground this connection first. You know, you don't want this to be like a quick ride and then like a roller coaster, a very, very exciting ride, but then it may be very quickly over. You guys are, you're more invested in each other than that. Like, you really want to, yes, you really want to take it somewhere where it's gonna be long term and not only a short term fun. And I mean, there is nothing wrong about that, but this is not something I see both of you guys wanting here. You want a spouse, you want to get married, and I feel like you want to make this very, very clear to each other that first I want to see where we stand. First, I want to see where we can take this, and then we can explore it more and more. Like also the passionate side of it, right? But I first want to ground it. This could be something you guys tell each other. This person's gonna see you, and of course, as always, take it how it resonates, but they're gonna see you as a potential like parent of their child even, okay? They're gonna see you as someone who they can build a life with, someone who they can also work with, like literally financial wise here. For some reason, maybe they're gonna see you as a very collaborated, like cooperated, I'm sorry, person, someone who yeah, I'm hearing who also has great ideas. Some of you guys, you could be a very creative person as well, which is very interesting. On one hand, we had the mind coming through, and now we have the creativity coming through. So, best of both worlds. Maybe this is where this balanced energy came through when I said they see you as very balanced. They see your creative energy and your mind balanced out beautifully. Like, you can do both, you know, and you thrive with both. It's not like one thing is only for you and the other absolutely not. You glow with both, you know. They excite you both. I would like to get more oracle cards. Let's see. Oops. All right. Oh, So, oh, too many. For my beautiful. All right. Look at that. Trust all will be well. Didn't I just talk about a certain trust element coming through? I feel like for some of you guys, maybe because of some negative experience in the past, you always may expect negative things or the worst things. this card is definitely suggesting to have more trust, you know, in yourself, in life, to believe more in yourself, to believe in the good. I know, I know this is so much easier said than done. If you have gone through a whole bunch of negative experiences, it's just so difficult to stay positive, right? Because maybe the negative is more so what you know than the positive. And maybe because you have encountered more negativity, that's what you expect more than the positive, right? But this card is a very clear suggestion, because I see, my dear, how much energy it takes away from you. It takes so much energy from you to guard yourself, to protect yourself, you know, because you may have had no other option, you know. Maybe this was the only way for you to make sure that, well, people don't take your energy away from you, right? People don't take advantage of you and stuff. But I want you to be mindful of the fact that sometimes when we go through life like that, we may also miss certain opportunities which are actually very good for us, but because we're just focused on one view of the world, that this is all we perceive. Like, if we just think this world looks like that, this world is just this, of course, no matter what we see around us, we think that it's also not good for us. And maybe for some of you guys, because of, let's say, negative past relationships, you have certain beliefs which are negative when it comes to relationship. And when someone good comes towards you, you automatically, like, those belief systems, those negative belief systems, they come up. And this is really an invitation here for you to make sure that if you feel like there are certain parts of you which need to be worked on, maybe even need professional help or guidance, to give yourself the space, because it's very important. I feel like sometimes you guys may self-sabotage yourselves. And with this card being here, trust all will be well. This is about you trusting again. Something that could be so difficult for a lot of you guys, because it can be damn hard, especially when we've had some negative, you know, experiences in our life. But this is for your highest good. And I really feel like one thing you're going to learn with your future spouse is to trust again. Have faith again, you know, in romance or romantic relationships. I mean, this is your future spouse, so eventually you will, you know, trust them and open up to them. But the more you fight with this, the more difficult it could get for you. And this is why I feel like the energies are showing that, like, they want you to work on that before your future spouse enters your life, if they haven't so done. If they haven't entered yet, okay? To make sure that you're ready for them. And I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you're not quite ready for this, because maybe there are certain elements to you that you feel like, and you're aware of it, okay, that still need your attention and your care and your nurture. Could even be connected to self-love journey. Sometimes, you know, yeah. So if there's one thing you take out of this reading, it's definitely this. The perception we have, it shapes our reality. You know, if we have a negative perception on life, even if something good comes towards us, we may expect the worst. So this is something I'm seeing here. Too many cards. Oh my goodness. look at that. I can't. I literally was saying trusting and believing, and here we have them both, right? We have trust and believe. So if this is not a confirmation, I feel like, and also with this card, it says believe in your good luck. In a way, also with Sagittarius energy being here, this is about us believing in the optimism and in the good things, you know, in life. But I really feel like this is also about believing in yourself. You deserve the best, my dear, okay? And I know when we go through certain experiences, they wound us, right? And it's very, very difficult to move on from them. And as always, don't be scared to maybe ask for help, you know, if you feel like you need this support. I really feel like for you, my dear pile 3, you are an incredible person. You have so much potential. There's so much about you which is beautiful and incredible. But maybe sometimes you don't see it. Maybe sometimes you see yourself as very small. And I really feel like this is the kind of energy I talk about when I say it starts with you. You know, even if the whole world tells us that we deserve something, if we don't believe it ourselves, it doesn't matter, because it always starts with us. No matter how often we hear we're beautiful, if we don't genuinely believe it ourselves, it doesn't matter, because we still go through life with the mindset of not being good enough, for example. And I really feel like for you, and it's also interesting how this first impression reading transformed into this energy. But I really feel like some of your spirit guides, like, they have those messages, and it's very, very important for them to hear, like for you to hear it, okay? You are such an incredible person, and they want you to see that, okay? And if you feel like you have problems like seeing that, I really feel like it's important for you to prioritize yourself and prioritize the relationship you have towards yourself. I feel like when we talk into or when we look into the future, like when you guys meet, you have overcome this, because when I look into this energy I've received now and the energy that came through in the beginning of the reading, your energy there was definitely more balanced. So I see you working on that. I see you bringing more balance into your life, all right? But of course, it starts today. I heard, do something today your future self will thank you for. This is literally what I'm seeing here. But the message is very clear. Have trust in yourself and have belief in yourself, in life, that good things are coming for you. I feel like for some of you, stay hopeful. And if you feel like you're very pessimistic, then there is definitely the advice in here, or the suggestion in here to become more optimistic in life, to change your perspective or your view on life. Because good things are coming your way, my dear. The energy coming towards you is a great energy. But it starts with us, right? So make sure you have trust in the energy coming towards you. You believe in life, you know? You believe in the good things and in, yeah, life working for you and not against you. This is definitely something that maybe some of you guys need to prioritize. I see a lot of you guys doing healing. I see this. Yeah. My dear pile 3, this is all I have for you for today. I'm not receiving any more messages. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pile 3, take care, my love.